You're watching To The Point and I'm Anjana. Om Kashyap, sheer arrogance, VVIP Netagiri, the brazen VVIP high-handedness is becoming worse every day, but there is no cure in sight. A 42-year-old man lost his life in Haryana's Fatehabad when the district BJP president Darshan Nagpal blocked the way of an ambulance. This incident happened after the ambulance hit the Neta's car as he was zooming through. Another ambulance. You just changed the location. And it's Chennai. Another ambulance was stopped in Chennai for Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister Edappadi Palaniswamy. The shocking reason for this block was a media interaction by the CM. The incident sparked angry reactions from the locals. And now the big story that we've been following on India Today all day. Varnika Kundu case in Chandigarh. Police allegedly diluted charges against the Haryana BJP chief's son. A larger conspiracy seems to be emerging now. Congress spokesperson Randeep Surjewala has lashed out at the BJP government for shielding VVIP brat Vikas Barala.
She was chased, stalked, harassed, threatened and then shamed. But Varnika Kundu is a fighter. She has taken a vow to fight till her stalker, this VVIP brat of a ruling party Neta, Vikas Barala, is behind bars. After midnight on Monday, India Today drove with Varnika Kundu along the path of a horrific experience for a terrifying account of how she was chased and stalked by Haryana BJP chief Subhash Barala's son.
I mean, it's clear, it's not like they wanted to have a conversation.
So this was an attempt to kidnap and you told that to the cops?
Yeah, I mean, my statement said that to me it is extremely clear that this was an attempt to abduct me. I'm not crying out of fear or weakness. I just want everyone to know that. I am fighting it for myself. Because if a guy can walk out of his house at 2 a.m. and walk on the roads and feel safe, why can I not? Why should I have to worry that something will happen to me? Why not him?
With pressure growing to arrest the accused Vikas Barala, who was released on bail, his family resorted to victim shaming. Barala's relative Kuldeep allegedly posted photographs of Varnika consuming alcohol and attempted to cast aspersions on her. However, India Today cannot verify these images. But Varnika refuses to relent. Kundu also mentioned that it was a clear attempt to kidnap, but police rubbished any such claim.
कॉपी आ गई है 164 की स्टेटमेंट में लड़की में कहीं भी किडनैपिंग का जिक्र नहीं हुआ है. उसमें सिर्फ 341 का जिक्र है, वो हमने ऐड कर दिया है.
I mean, it's clear, it's not like they wanted to have a conversation.
So you're clear that either they wanted to take you in their car or they wanted to come into yours?
Definitely.
So this was an attempt to kidnap and you told that to the cops?
Yeah, I mean, my statement said that to me it is extremely clear that this was an attempt to abduct me.
2 days after India Today relentlessly pursued justice for Varnika Kundu, sources have now told India Today that CCTV footage of 9 places between sectors 7 and 26 in Chandigarh has gone missing. Politics has also peaked over this high-profile stalking case. The opposition parties want the Haryana BJP chief Subhash Barala sacked and his son arrested. Congress spokesperson Randeep Surjewala lashed out at the BJP government for shielding the VVIP brat.
Police then proceeded to lodge a case which is under bailable offences on the direction and the diktats of the Union BJP government, which is trying to cover up and hush up the entire matter.
Why should CCTVs all along that stretch suddenly become non-functional? Why should the police not make a stronger case and oppose the bail in the court? None of these things were done, which are leading people to believe that there will be a miscarriage of justice.
Voices from the BJP also echoed in similar tune.
Congress should not make it a political one, because then I will start mentioning all the rapes that have taken place in Congress time and how they hushed it up. Look at what Sunanda case, it's outrageous what has happened. And then Jessica Lal, That was also done by a son of a congressman. So therefore, I think the Congress would be wise not to make this an issue, because even in Amethi there was one such incident which has been hushed up.
Under fire, the police have sought legal opinion on sections 365 and 511, which include charges of kidnapping or abduction and attempt to commit offence punishable with imprisonment. But how long will it take to serve justice to Varnika, and when will the accused be brought to books? With Preeti Chaudhary and Manjeet Singh in Chandigarh, Bureau Report, India Today.
My question is going to be very straight, and that question will be, who is trying to save accused Vikas Barala? I'm joined by Raman Malik, spokesperson of the BJP Haryana, Khushbu Sundar, spokesperson of the Congress Party, Kavita Krishnan, Secretary, All India Progressive Women's Association, Raghav Chadda, spokesperson for Aam Aadmi Party, Karuna Nandi, senior advocate. I want to come to you, Mr. Raman Malik. Chased, stalked, stopped, harassed, but Chandigarh police suddenly realize that this doesn't amount to attempt to kidnap. I want to ask you a very simple question that will cross the minds of every citizen of this country. What if the doors of that car were not locked, sir? What is the kind of threat that this girl has gone through in that midnight horror? Why is the police now trying to save the accused, removing non-bailable sections? Please try and make some sense out of this for us.
Okay, let me on the onset be very clear about this. Did Mr. Subhash Barala do it? No. It was his son who did it, who was part of it. Whether he's been convicted of it or has it been that he is accused of it, he is accused of it. I would like to bring to your attention, how does things happen when political influence comes into being? When political influence comes into being, the things happen like in case of Shashi Tharoor, or for that matter,
I find your response outrageous.
Chandra Mohan, who was the deputy
I find your response outrageous and highly insensitive.
Please say.
I'd like to ask him a question.
It is outrageous and highly insensitive.
No, because the case has two high-profile people.
And so,
not at all.
Justice,
not at all.
And so justice will fall prey to it.
Clear, the rule of law.
And so justice and law will fall prey to it.
Nobody has got into the police to interfere into their being.
No, but why is the police backtracking is my question. Who stands to benefit from the police backtracking? Kavita Krishnan, go ahead. Kavita Krishnan wants to ask you a question.
See, please ask the DSP.
I've just come across
earlier on the
No, please let me speak.
At 11 a.m. Why did he not wait for 164 report being filed to do a PEC?
No. All right.
The girl is clearly saying it.
I want to ask a question here. Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Can I go ahead?
Yes.
I have just come across a tweet by Shaina NC, who is a well-known spokesperson of the BJP, regularly representing the party on television. She has tweeted a photograph of the victim with two men, saying so-called victim beti with Vikas Barala. Subhash Barala bete ke saath nyay hona chahiye. Story as true as Jaslin Kaur of Delhi and Rohtak sisters. This photograph is not a photograph of the victim with Subhash Barala's son Vikas Barala.
And even if it is,
said this is an old photograph.
Kavita Krishnan, and even if it is,
but a spokesperson,
Kavita Krishnan, and even if it is,
I know that.
Even if it is,
a national spokesperson.
Nobody can harass a girl on the street. No, that's.
I know that. I'm trying to.
No, we'll deviate because we know the kind of propaganda that is being unleashed on social media.
Or the third gender or at any place.
No, my point, please.
What is your point?
My point is that this is a national spokesperson of the BJP who is indulging. My point is that this is a national spokesperson of the BJP indulging in victim shaming.
And my point is that more than politics, justice is important at this point. And my point is that more than politics, politics being played over BJP spokesperson Shaina NC saying something. Justice is very crucial,
Anjana,
and that is why I want to come to you, Khushbu Sundar. Please, Mr. Raman Malik. Mr. Raman Malik. Mr. Raman Malik. Mr. Raman. Absolutely. And Mr. Raman Malik, just
and
a minute,
you're saying
sir.
This is irrelevant.
No, Mr. Raman Malik, my
why
point
is it irrelevant that a national spokesperson of the BJP is indulging in victim shaming?
Mr. Raman Malik, my point is, why is the police shielding the accused?
Amazing anchoring, wow.
No, I don't need a certificate from you, Kavita Krishnan, on anchoring, because we know the kind of agenda that each party is carrying on the channel today. We want to first get down to the basic facts.
You're saying it's...
The man is clearly being shielded. The man is clearly being shielded, and this debate will not go in the direction you want. This debate will go in the direction of what the basic and important questions are, which are very, very basic to this case. And that is why, Mr. Raman Malik, I want to ask you, who is shielding this man openly? And Khushbu Sundar, I want to come to you now. The point is that the police is openly trying to help the... No, Mr. Malik, you'll have to wait for a minute, sir. Mr. Malik, you'll have to wait for a minute, sir, because I want to get in everyone and then we can get your response, because all the fingers are up pointing at your party and the influence which is out in the open now. Khushbu Sundar, my question to you is that the Congress is also trying to do politics over this. But what is very basic is that Chandigarh police is openly not understanding what could have happened that night. They are shielding the accused. It could have been kidnapping, it could have been anything. The girl is clearly telling our channel exclusively in this reconstruction that they were clearly not wanting to chat with me. They could have done anything, from abduction to anything. Why isn't Chandigarh police taking these factors into account? That is the question.
Anjana, at the onset, I would like to say that the UT comes under the Home Ministry. So we need to understand the police and the entire administration comes under the Home Ministry. So they have to answer. The BJP is quiet. The BJP president is quiet. The Prime Minister is quiet. Nobody is responding to that. And it's not about politics. Let's make it clear. It's not about BJP or Congress. It's a woman. It's a woman who was at risk. Anything could have happened to a woman, and that woman does not belong to any political party. That woman belongs to India. She is the daughter of this country. So we all become responsible towards her. It's very shameful that BJP is indulging in politics and trying to shield Vikas Barala. I would like to ask if anything was done to Vikas Barala, whether he and his friend were tested, whether they were just that drunken driving is not the question here. What were they doing at that point of time on a highway where they saw a girl? So if it was not Varnika, it could have been any other woman. The kind of courage what Varnika had shown, probably another woman would have not been able to show that kind of a courage. These are the questions which starts ringing in your mind as to what were these people doing at that hour, trying to find a soft target so that they could do anything with that woman.
I am getting no satisfactory answer from you, Mr. Raman Malik. Mr. Raman Malik, I am getting no satisfactory answer from you as to why. Listen, please understand, Chandigarh police, because of being union territory, falls under Home Minister, Central Home Minister. Rajnath Singh is the Home Minister. We all know all this. But who stands to benefit is also directly visible, and anybody can extrapolate and show what kind of influence is at play at this point.
So
but also showing, but beyond that, we also want to point out the tweet.
Within 2.5 hours, the sections have changed. The statements have changed.
Yes. And before we go on, we want to show this tweet also of Shaina NC that Kavita Krishnan. Just a minute, sir. Just a minute. I am showing the great message that your spokesperson has just sent out on Twitter. We wanted to verify whatever Kavita Krishnan was saying, and it's verified right there, up on your screens. Let's show it full screen. This is Shaina NC, BJP spokesperson, now trying to put out this picture. What her exact point is, she says, so-called victim. So-called victim. I think this is disgraceful. This is disgraceful. She posts a picture. Vikas Barala is not even visible in these pictures. I don't know from where she's got this picture, how has she put it up. And this is exactly the kind of any such incident, survivor shaming, that parties take to because they have to shield their own. Mr. Raman Malik, the point is that your party came into power saying that all this, playing this power play, shielding brats, all this is going to end. no VVIPs, everybody is going to be the same in the eyes of the law. Then why is this happening today? It's a very serious question and you must answer it equally seriously.
Answer, Anjana ji. Right. So, let me first on the onset also bring to your notice from a very senior journalist. She tweeted of another channel that she had a word with the victim's father. The victim's father had to say that the police is working fine. The accused father should not be brought into it.
That's your response.
And that no politicization should be done because the issue would be lost.
Someone told
please
someone is your
now.
response. Come on, Mr. Malik.
No,
on,
please let me answer.
Let's talk on facts.
Anjana ji, please don't.
Sir, give me a convincing answer.
This is going to be conducted.
No.
This is not going to be fair.
No. Don't give me these answers. Someone told somebody, some senior journalist. Let's talk on facts. Why were non-bailable sections removed? Why is Shaina NC saying so-called victim before the case has been tried and put up there? Why is she passing such judgments? Does she realize the gravity of what she's saying? Does your party realize? Are you going to take action against her? What is this if not mockery of women's security?
I would not like to comment on it, but all that I'm trying to say here is, if it is Vikas Barala or anybody else for that matter, if somebody is convicted under the law of this land, would be punished. That is the bottom line. We are with the daughter. We do not have any problems in anything. We are not there to support, to tell the police to not to go hard on it. We have not interfered in it. Another thing which I am very clearly stating here, that whatever it is, at the end of the day, charges were added, people were arrested, and what you say that the particular cop gave a statement and then retracted, please ask the cop why did he come up with a press conference.
That's very convenient. That's very convenient. Mr. Raghav Chadda, Mr. Raghav Chadda, all parties do this. That's a very convenient position you've taken, and we know that you're going to stick to it for a while because it's a very difficult situation for BJP spokespersons today. But this kind of politics almost plays out in every party. Point out the doings of any such neta and the parties and their spokespersons rush to defense. That's how it works in this country, Raghav.
May I? No, it's quite unfortunate that that's how it works in this country, but may I just briefly put all the facts before you and completely, destroy the argument that the BJP spokesperson is offering on this channel. First of all, Chandigarh administration as well as Chandigarh police is directly controlled by the union government headed by the Prime Minister, and in particular the Ministry of Home Affairs run by Shri Rajnath Singh. Number two, the investigating officer Satish Kumar held a press conference at 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon and said that sections as serious as kidnapping, outraging the modesty of a woman, abduction 354, 365 as well as 511, which are non-bailable sections, attract punishment of up to 11 to 12 years, are being put in the report. But at 5 p.m. the same police officer was asked to do a press conference and say that only minor sections like stalking are being applied and all the other sections which are serious in nature and which are non-bailable are being watered down. Number two, suddenly we find that CCTV cameras in high security area like that, those particular sectors of Chandigarh are dysfunctional, or the video footage has gone. Thirdly, we also are being told now that it is perhaps the fault of the victim.
I have to slip into a short break. Sundar, I want to come back to you, and we have Karuna. No, I have to slip into a break. We also have Karuna Nandi joining us, senior advocate. Now it's survivor shaming. That's what Shaina NC has done. And before this, clear shielding of the accused by removing the non-bailable sections by Chandigarh police. Karuna Nandi, I want to stick to the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is that this accused is openly being shielded. We know that if the doors of that car were not locked, what could have happened that night, which the girl herself is claiming. My question is, the non-bailable sections have been removed openly, blatantly by Chandigarh police. And on the other hand now, we have a BJP spokesperson shaming this survivor. How do we go ahead?
The centre needs to show some strength here, you know. We have seen in so many cases that the centre does not hold. You have the Chief Minister himself talking about how women should be in Ghungat. So then what happens when there is a woman outside a Ghungat coming back from work at a particular hour and driving, right?
Yeah.
Like all of us do at various points. We are all hardworking people, we work late. And even if people are not working, you know. And I think the second thing is the fact that there has been pressure, there appears to have been pressure for the police to drop this provision it throws up two things. The first thing it throws up is that why is another provision necessary? The other provision is necessary because stalking at the first instance is bailable. This, Anjana, is an absolute travesty of victim protection and the criminal justice system in its entirety. And every single police person and judge that I have spoken to, quite apart from victims, believes this to be true. Because stalking is the offence where a stalking criminal is a person who is 50% likely, according to various studies, likely to commit violence as opposed to 30% if you look at all criminals included, including gang violence, including gang members. This is the nature of the offence.
Khushbu,
and so therefore,
absolutely, Karuna, because I'm really running short of time. I want a quick response for some of the other guests, and that is why very short responses from each one of you. Khushbu, beyond politics, what does this mean to Khushbu Sundar, this entire case? Because women are very angry that this has happened, and now blatantly the police is shielding the accused, and now we have a great spokesperson of BJP openly defaming the survivor.
Anjana, we have to look into it as the mindset of the people we have here in Haryana. When you look at Rambir Bhatti, one of the BJP cell in Haryana, he says, what was this woman doing out at so late at night? I mean, it could be anything. It's not a written rule that a woman has to be in bed behind the four walls or behind the doors after 10 p.m. No. Like one of the panelists rightly said that we all are hardworking people.
We all work late.
There are women who do.
We all work late. We all work late. Quick response, final 2 lines, Kavita Krishnan.
I also want to remind that the Chief Minister of Haryana, Mr. Khattar, who is now protecting Subhash Barala's son, presumably, is somebody who in October 2014 said that women's clothes are responsible for rape, and if women want freedom, why don't they roam around naked? So what I want to say is that this is actually, these are the people talking about protecting women. On the ground, they are they're doing Beta Bachao while giving the slogan of Beti Bachao.
Yeah, and it's more like Brat Bachao, because the kind of allegations on Vikas Barala are very serious. And this girl just wrote in her Facebook, and so did her dad, that it's a fight to the finish. And trust me, it's a fight to the finish, and the country is with you, Varnika. Keep watching India.